Okay. Let's see. Where were we? I am a little frazzled because we're getting all these technical difficulties sorted. It is time to do our live side splits. We are getting started with a quick warm up, and that is hip cars. And that looks a little bit like this. We start with high knee, open up wide, bring the ankle up as high as the knee, and then bring the leg down and back behind the standing leg. And we're going to do that 10 times on this side. Here's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We're going to switch over to the other side. I'm going to throw away this earbud and start. I'm doing it in reverse. I'm not sure why I'm doing that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right. Let's reverse it on the other leg. 1, bounce. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And the other side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Hip carves. I'm trying to engage the muscles in the hip, do a little bit of mobility and strengthening. Next up, we are going into elephant walks. Looks a little bit like this. We're going to get into this L shape and take a couple of breaths, relax, especially if it's the first time you've done a hamstring related stretch today. Maybe pulse a little up and down. All right, let's get started with the elephant walks. We're going to bend one knee. I'm going to bend the further away knee and straighten the other leg. Then grab that hip a little bit, grab that ankle, rotate the chest out towards the direction of the straightened leg. You should feel stretch in that outer glute. And we'll do the same on the other side. Take a couple of breaths on each side. And if you're not feeling the stretch, you can bring your chest lower to the ground or rotate a little bit more. All right. We're going to do 10 in total. I believe this is number 4. And 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Elephant walk, little light hamstring warm up. Next up, we have some Cossack switches. Cossack switches look a little bit like this. We want to point our toes and knees about 45 degrees out to the side. Once we get into a kind of wide stance, sort of drop down onto that side. Try to keep the ankle down because it's easier to stay stable with your whole foot down versus just your toes. Your ankle gets wobbly. And switch on over to the other side. Same deal. You should feel some stretching in the hips, maybe a little in your knees. Definitely this Achilles and calf stretch. We're going to do 5 in total, so 5 side to sides. I think this is number 2. 3, 4, and ankle crack. 5. All right. Man, my hips are feeling it. That's good. That is the warm-up. Let's get into the actual stretches. We're going to get into the hamstring stretch, and the setup looks a lot like the elephant walk. We're going to get into this L shape real quick, and the goal is to keep your chest and upper body horizontal for the most part, and use your legs and bring your legs forward to get into the stretch. So take a next step forward, throw the hips back, try to get my chest level again, horizontal, widen my stance for balance. But you should already feel that stretch in your hamstring, perhaps in your underglute over here. And let's take a couple of breaths, do a little bit of pulsing to prep this stretch. For the stretch, I want you to try and bring your belly button down to meet your thigh. All right, we're going to hold this for 30 seconds. 30, 29, 28, 27, 26, 25, 24, 23, 22, 21, 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. That's that side. Let's switch to the other side. Start by standing up straight, taking a nice step forward, throwing those hips back and behind. Start feeling that hamstring stretch. Widen your stance for balance. And rest here for a quick second. Do a couple of pulses. 30 seconds. Trying to bring that belly button down to your thigh. Let's go. 30, 29, 28, 27, 26, 25, 24, 23, 22, 21, 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Whew. Okay, that's the hamstring stretch. Next, we're going to get into the pancake. We do a total of 5 major stretches. We start with the hamstring, and we go to the butterfly. I don't know if I just said pancake. I make that mistake a lot, but we're doing the butterfly. So sit on your butt, find a wall to rest your butt, shoulders, and head against. If you can, anything that's relatively flat is fine. And pull your feet towards you so that you get into this position. Remember the hip cars that we were doing at the beginning where your legs are kind of spinning in space? You want to engage those same muscles and pull the knee down into the ground, all right, with your muscles. Now, once you've pulled your knees into the ground as much as you can, keep holding that at a little bit of strength from your hands, and we're going to hold this for 30 seconds. 30, 29, 28, 27, 26, 25, 24, 23, 22, 21, 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Whew. Take a nice break, rest. You might feel a lot of stress in that hip joint over here, and that is totally normal. All right, next up, we are getting to the pancake stretch. The pancake stretch, seated at least, which is probably the safest version you can do if this is your first time watching the live side split series, looks a little bit like this. You want to bring your chest down in between your legs. That's the ultimate goal. And the difficulty for most people, if you have tight hamstrings and you can't sit up so that you hit that 90-degree angle, as you can see, I'm struggling a little bit just to hold the maybe 100-degree angle, is it's hard to lean forward to get into that stretch. So the way I do it, and I'm going to take off my socks so I don't slip and fall, is standing. Now, I use the wall behind me to give me a little bit of support behind so I can't fall backwards. And I place my feet probably 10 to 12 inches from the wall, which is, I don't know, somewhere between 20 and 30 centimeters from the wall. I spread my legs as I am comfortable. Don't need to go any further than that. We're really working on that folding at the hip. And so I want you to get into this position so that you can't fall backwards. And if you fall forwards, you can always catch yourself and fold at the hip. Same thing as the hamstring stretch earlier. I want your upper body to start in a horizontal position as much as possible. And for you to move your legs to create the angle that starts the stretch. All right. Same thing as the hamstring stretch. We want to move our belly button down to our thighs. So let's take a couple of seconds in this position. Take a deep breath. And try that for 30 seconds. 30, 29, 28, 27, 26, 25, 24, 23, 22, 21, 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. If you are a little bit more flexible than I was just there, you can feel free to sit on a stool, a coffee table, something stable so that your butt is slightly elevated, and that will help create that angle for you to engage in that stretch, and then you won't be using a wall. So it's, if you did that previous stretch correctly, you should feel a little bit of a stretch here in that outer side glute. Let's get into that side split position. You can start by getting as deep as you can while your knees and toes are kind of pointing directly in front of you. When you start getting a little stuck or uncomfortable, externally rotate your legs, and that looks a little bit like pointing your knees, your feet, your quads up into the sky at around 45 degrees. That's what's going on right here, and immediately I drop a bunch more inches into the ground, and I think feeling pretty stuck for the moment. I'm gonna add a little bit more weight on my butt. It looks like I'm dropping, still dropping, still dropping. Okay, all right, I think I'm gonna be here for this stretch. We're gonna try to put our weight and center it towards our hips so that our body weight is pushing down at the hips, and that just means try to lean back a little bit. If you're in this position, let's start our 30 seconds. 30, 29, 28, 27, 26, 25, 24, 23, 22, 21, 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Okay, come on out of that. Oh man, my heels are really tender because I put all of my weight on this little chunk of flesh on my heels. And after the side split stretch, my legs start to stop working for a couple of seconds. So I'm just going to pop into the squat and say our goodbyes here. Actually, that's not true. We have one more thing before we wrap up, and that is a little bit of a strength workout. And it's just same thing, 30 seconds, 2 sets. We're going to do horse stances. So to get into the horse stance, we get into a kind of casually wide stance. It doesn't have to be super wide. And I like to point my toes out roughly 45 degrees on each side and bring that butt down so that the knees are over the toes. If your knees are buckling in, you can decrease that angle. It doesn't have to be nearly as open. All right. Now, Remember, we're working on these horse stances for the side split. We're trying to open up the leg. So it's not terribly important if your toes point forward, like in a karate or martial arts style horse stance. And you can do it however you want. All right, let's try to lower our butts and stand up straight and start at 30 seconds. 30, 29, 28, 27, 26, 25, 24, 23, 22, 21, 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Come on up, take a quick break, relax. Oh. Breathe. We're going to rest for probably 30 seconds and then wrap up with our final 30 seconds of side splits. I am going to do a little tiny bit of stretching just to make sure my hips are working the way I would like them to. Get some back cracks while we're at it. And I feel like that's about 30 seconds. So let's get back into the final horse stance and wrap up for today. All right. Angle your feet out around 45 degrees. Try to keep your knees above your toes. Bring that butt down. See if you can tuck that butt. This is not a twerking lesson, but it has something to do with twerking. Try to straighten up that back by looking up into the ceiling. And let's go. 30 seconds. 30, 29, 28, 27, 26, 25, 24, 23, 22, 21, 20, shaking, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Oh, okay. Oh, that's it for our consistency side splits workout for the day. We are all wrapped up. Thank you so much for showing up and enjoying this first time on YouTube. Thank you, I guess, Instagram, for pushing me to expand my comfort zone because your live function is down for me. And thank you for bearing with all the technical difficulties. I don't know how many people are on. And that's okay. That's fine. We'll figure it out. But we'll see if Instagram is working tomorrow. If it is, we might be back on there. But otherwise, we'll be here. I have one request. I'm operating off of a computer right now, and that is because for whatever reason, YouTube Studio for desktop lets you go live, but YouTube Mobile does not let you go live. I would love to do this off of my phone with a higher quality camera and easier to finagle instead of having a giant laptop on a chair. And so the requirement for YouTube Mobile is 50 subscribers. So if you're on and you're seeing this, it would be really helpful if you subscribed to the channel and help me get to the point where I can do these lives on mobile, because I have a tripod and stuff that works fine for Instagram Live, and this chair is not cutting it, or this webcam is not cutting it. So please subscribe, and if you have any questions, comments, anything weird that happened, because I can't see any chats or attendance for some reason, which might be because my account is brand new and this is some inherent limitation to YouTube Studio. Well, I'll find out. Let me know on the Instagram chat, and I will talk to you there.